Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So this is another mail call video for July 2024, but this is not just a mail call. I'm going to show you how to do two cards with, I would call them semi-homemade, like my friend Jackie does, and a couple of gifts that I received. So everybody knows that I had my event. A lot of people pulled out last minute. That's okay. People just got to make two. It turned out really great. I absolutely had a fabulous time. So, where do I start off? Okay, let's start off with one of the gifts. So, one of the gifts from my upline, Miss Gina Tudela, was this mini messages stamp set. Now, it went with this stamp set, which I think my Aunt Carol has. I need to turn on my other light. Hold on. Sorry, that's a bit dark. It's going to get in the 90s today, so I'm trying to do this early in the morning. I've done gardening, the housework, you name it. So, actually, no, I didn't have this one. So, many messages. Oh, see, it says I did. That's not the one. Many messages. Which one is this? This is you. This is this one. I have it highlighted. That usually means I have it, but I know I wouldn't have got that. I don't know why. Anyways, the one we are using is just a card to say hello. But this had the dies, you can see them here, right? That you stamped it and you cut it all out at one time. So I'm going to show you if you find something like this, or you have this and you don't have the dies. I know this is long since retired, so it's one big stamp. So my idea, you could stamp it and then cut out your sentiments, but this will show you how you mount stamps in a large version, because you do this with all of them. You just peel the backing off, and then they do what's called a crack and peel. If you fold it in half, you'll see it starts to peel. You peel that one off. Then you're going to peel this one off. Yahoo! All done. So I'm going to set it like this, and then I'm going to do my best to line it up. Okay, and then I like to bring it over, give it a little rub down, and then, ta-da! You just mounted your stamp. And we did that in a large, extra large version. So what am I going to do next? Well, guys, these are Stampin' Ups. I thought I lost these at an event years ago. Oh, they're all gooky and gooky-ooky. They need some alcohol cleaning. I was putting away my event stuff, and you know I have to clean, and I was emptying boxes and moving things. Okay, this needs to be in this box. I was labeling boxes. I got really sidetracked like I do. So we're just going to show you. I'm going to do it this way because you see there's this one here, so I need to cut. So I can do it this way too. I like this side better. I am just going to cut straight. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, she's cutting her stamps. Well, let me tell you, back in the day, you had to cut your stamps apart. They all came on red rubber sheets like this, and you cut them, and then you put the little sticker on the back of them. So this is nothing new. So right here, and what I was told is just a straight cut. Like this one, if I wanted to get this one closer, can go here. If I wanted that a little tapered, just do the straight cuts, cut off those bits, and they're gonna fly all over my stamp room. Okay, those are garbage. So your kindness means more than you could ever imagine. We're actually going to be using that one. So here's me a block. That's the one we're going to use on one of these cards. I'm going to go in an angle and an angle. This one I'm not, so I'm just going to put it right there. And I'm trying to get to just a card to say hello. You don't have to watch me cut this whole thing up, but I will be cutting the whole thing up, so I can use all of them. And I like that they're going to be individual. So, going to go up here, right? Then I want to cut this off. because I can cut those later. And then I'm gonna cut across here. No fear, right? I already put the sticker on the back, so there really shouldn't be any fear. I don't need any more of that, but I need to cut this one apart. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut at the angle. I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. Thank you, Gina, for giving me this set and for teaching me how to cut my stamps. Because demonstrators used to, I have a block here somewhere. I thought I had a block. Used to cut their stamps and put them together for everybody. Okay, so let me get rid of these little bits. And that's just a little how-to in case, you know, some of you run across one of these or anyways. I do kind of keep the frame that my stamp sets are in. Let's see, does this go this way? This way. That went there. This probably went up there in the corner. And this one can go right there for now. And then I like to keep that like that so they don't stick to the lid, because they do. So a couple other things we're going to bring in is Labeled with Love and layering leaves, but let me share the rest of it and then we'll make our cards. So Lori, she showed the event and I know she saw how warped and everything on camera my die cutting plates and everything were for my mini machine, and she brought me a lovely set that was like extremely kind and thoughtful. Thank you so much. Of course, my friend Jackie, you guys already saw this. She gave me this and I couldn't wait. She gave me a beautiful card, well, letter in there. And then I have this one. Look at this, is so cute. Look how that opens like that. And this from Lori. I absolutely love the use of that DSP and those, and I have that. So this is now a sample for me. Look at that. Let me see how I can show you. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Really cool fold. I love when I get things like this because they're great ideas. She also gave me in a box of this cute little backpack luggage bit to put stuff in, which more than likely will hold cards that I make that I intend to mail out. I have another little tiny purple box, which is the lid doesn't close, and so now I have something else. And when I put them in these little boxes, let me grab the purple one. Okay, see, this one's gonna hold. I think this card will fit in there. These are cards I have made, and that this is my mail out box, and I get, see, it's overflowing, so now I have an extra one. This one was a Stampin' Up! Project. So now I have two, and those are going to sit on my shelf. Let's set that to the right and move on. So this was one of the little double-sided pocket I demonstrated. That was the one at my event. I'm just showing you what's in my box that I wanted to share. Remember I shared with you this was one that Phyllis had sent me. And I love the cute mini little staples. My stapler broke that day, the little one. I got to get a new one. So I got to figure out how to do that. That's something I want to do. Let's see. Yes. Oh, let me show you. I found these. My Aunt Carol did these on her Cricut. Look at the die cutting there. Do you see that? Just gorgeous. The dryer is going off. That is beautiful. And then there's the pink one. So, my Aunt Carol's going on vacation. And then Lori, again, this is so cool. Let me take off her note here. I can't believe that she gave me vellum. It's in Stampin' Up! Envelope, but she got it at the thin vellum, which I have the cardstock vellum, but I really like the thin stuff. Oh my gosh. I was needing my daughter to put this in an order, so now I need to tell her you don't need to order it. So that is handy dandy. Okay, What else? Oh. Let's get this one out. Miss Leslie. Look at how pretty that is. The embossing. I don't have this embossing folder. This is the Forget Me Nots. That was a paper pumpkin stamp set. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And she has, Leslie, you got, it says Stampin' up there, but did you get, you didn't, these must be 2. You have to let me know where you got your stamp. And then look, she made her first little junk journal and she sent me this, and it's chocked full of bits. Creative. Look at her design. So this is the double oval punch, which I know is retired. I never would have thought to make a large opening on there, so this is a great idea. Then it opens up, right? There's this here decorated to look like pockets, which is so cool. And this one is, it has little bits. I love the paper, absolutely love it. And look at, she doubled up, if I'm not mistaken. Is it folded? This is one of the doilies from Stamping Up that had, this is cinnamon cider, there was basic gray, and I think another color, and she folded it over so it really highlighted it. That is creative, and somewhere I have some of those left. Absolutely beautiful. But look at this. Not only in there, she made a little tiny envelope. Look. So adorable. This is great for crafters. This will probably, this is going to go in my book, Leslie. Hold on. It's the same color scheme as my altered journal book. So love that. So I will back that probably. Look at how pretty that goes with that. So that's going there. And then this bookmark, now that I've shown the video, this is going in my book from the library to use. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going in the house. I'll be taking that book with me today when I take Hank to the splash pad, because he went to bed extra early so he could get up and go. Are you going to do my shelves this morning? Okay. I hope he's like, I'm not talking. All right. So, and then, oh, yes, Miss Kathy. So, Kathy, I did take these to the event and I used them. Yes, we did. You can see where we were cutting them. Look at that beautiful card. I do love this stamp set. My aunt actually has it, and I have the embossing folder, so that is gorgeous. And she sent me stickers, which are now going into my sticker book. Leave those out. Those are going in my drawer. All right, and let's see, did I share? Yes, I did share that already. So, oh, here's another piece. My Aunt Carol, it got kind of, this I think I'm going to put in my journal as well, because I think I can tone that down a little. So let's put it in my book, because I think that would be lovely on a page. So that's going in there. All right. And let's get now on to just putting all my goodies away. We're going to get, I'm going to show you what we're doing, our semi-homemade. So my first one, because some of you may have stuff like this in your stash. So this is a simple pre-made little note card. It measures 4 by 5 1/4, which is, of course, is smaller than the standard card size. It's pre-made, right? And alone, it's great, but this is actually going out to Miss Robin. This is your card, my dear. She placed an order with me, and I want to send her an extra special one. So you can see, I looked for some paper. You could have used crumb cake. You could have used like fresh freesia. Gorgeous grape would have looked great with this. But I chose to tone it down. I love that subtle kind of vintage look. So I went with the retired soft suede. So I cut my piece that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I cut that. So this is just going to lay on top. It's going to make it, it's going to frame it. But this is still going to be the actual card. This, however, is going to go across here, and I'm not worried about the little lines from the little rectangle, because we are going to use that labeled with love and make our own label. That's why I needed just a card to say hello, right? Oh, it looks like, did I cut off the O? Nope, the O is intact. It was just the sticker because it wasn't settled all the way. Soft suede. I need the Stamp and Pierce mat, which is right here. By the way, if you polymer stamp sets, you need a Stamp and Pierce mat. The red rubber, you don't. It has the cushioning. If you don't have a Stamp and Pierce mat, some fun foam will give you that little bit of cushioning. I keep a little bit of extra of that. So hold on. I need scratch paper, which I have plenty left over from the event. Instructions. So there. I don't need to do the smushy because I already did it with this. So this is the Labeled with Love label. Where's my punch? Oh, it's smeared. Let's try that again. I think sometimes with polymer stamp sets, if you push too hard, don't. It smears the image. See how nice and clean that is? And look over here. That's from me pushing too hard. So here's my punch, but what we do want is just a card to say hello. Smushy, smushy first. Let's test it. Oh, great. Ta-da! Love it. Just love it. Quick, simple. This is like a cream colored cardstock, a bit of scrap that I had. Now for the inside of my, oh yes, I am stamping on the inside. I had something. That's the wrong one. I wanted thanks so much and not thinking of you. So this Stamp and Pierce mat time, because it doesn't have any cushioning, though I have done it without it. So there we go. Now I want to tie in the front a little bit. So I brought in the little splattery image with Fresh Freesia. And I want to stamp off a bit because I want it light like the front. I need to move the soft suede because it's going to get everywhere. So stamp off. I want that lighter bit. I'm just going to go there. Very, very subtle. Now with this one, I'm going to turn it this way. There we go. So that's for the inside. Fresh Freesia is done. We need to do the envelope, and for the envelope, it's a craft-like colored envelope. I think that will pair really well with it. I want to just stamp For You in soft suede. Right there. That's it. So this one's done. Now we can put the card together. So I have this one, yes, it's a 1 inch by something, but it will be 1 by 4 because I'm going to glue it and then cut it off. So don't panic. Yes, that, my needle, the one that came with this, I lost. I have yet to find it. It's rusting, so that's not going back in the glue bottle. line it up in the center. Oops. Okay. Take a snippet off here. Semi-homemade, right? What's kind of weird with this is the front is truly a different size on this one than the back. I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm going to leave it just as is, because once it's glued down, you won't know the difference. This then is simply going on there. I don't want glue along the edges here. I just want it in the center. And you're going to see it's going to cover up that. So quick, easy. We're going to glue it down. We just made it a little bigger and we made it ours. And is all I'm doing. So if you have some pre-made cards, you can cut them down and change them up to suit you. I think that's a lovely little card. I'm really happy with it. That will go back in my box. So my second card, I really wanted to put the needle in there, but that's not going to happen. So the second one, we're going to be using that. Your kindness means more than you could ever imagine. And check out these. This is what I'm using. So these little envelopes, cards and envelopes, my Aunt Carol gave me these. And they're blank on the inside. We're going to do kind of the same thing, but we're going to change it up. But they don't fit really well in this envelope. It was really like, or maybe it was just the one I tried. Oh, now this one's going to make me a liar. See, there we go. It's really like snug. So these little envelopes I can use in my junk journaling, in my little book. In fact, one is going to go in that altered book just because. I can use these in other places. I can also use these, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to change it up. So I have, once again, a quarter sheet of cardstock, 4 by 5.5, 4 1/4 by 5.5, and you can see that is going to go like so. Now you're looking at it and you're looking, oh my gosh, it's really odd. Well, guess what? It's not going to be odd when we stick that piece of paper. It's going to balance it out. This is where our sentiment's going to go. However, I do need to make sure, I'm pretty sure I know that this is 5 inches, and it is. So I need to cut my strip. This was just scrap. Just scrap is all it was. So 5 inches. Something is on my desktop. Back in the scrap pile, unless I mess up and I gotta grab a new one. So this don't need the stamp in Pierce Mat. So I do need to go, well, might be a little tricky, guys. And we are going to use Real Red. I pulled out Real Red. I thought that vibrant red on the card was great. So I'm going to do this smushy thing. Then I'm going to test it. Yes, I know it's upside down. All right. The trick is to try to get it in the center with long ones. Yes, I need to clean the desktop off. All right, we're going to go for it. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. Okay, and then we need to stamp the inside of our card with the same thanks so very much, and I'm going to clean it off. This morning when I was out in my garden, I'm having to, you know, cut the irises back. They bloomed. They're looking kind of, I'm cleaning off that red mark. They're looking kind of bad, so I'm cutting them back. So I told myself 2 buckets of iris stems and you're done. And that's what I did this morning. Besides cleaning bird feeders and all the other stuff. And my dog Boone, he was out there watching me like, you gonna let me outside in that garden? I'm like, no way. You are not coming out. So this I want to put down first. Now this is kind of slick. So I think it's a tear tape type of thing because it has a bit of a plastic, not plastic-y, but it's very slick. So I want to make sure it goes down. So we're going to secure it with this. Now, of course, you could have cut the front off and put it on a complete card base. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just visually interesting to do it this way. And the bone folder is right here. I need, when I put things away, the little massage, the little rub down. Hank this morning, he woke up and he was still in bed, and then he yells out. He hears me and he's like, hey, Manji. And I'm like, yes, Hank, yes. What do you need? He's like, will you tell Boone to come back to bed with me? I was like, yes, honey. I will give Boone. There we go. And you're going to see. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? I mean, that just makes the whole card so simple. Just really simple. So not just any mail call, a little extra here. Maybe give you some food for thought, right? So we need to clean off this. We are going to stamp it in real red, of course, which of course I closed up because I do that kind of thing. Not doing anything super fancy on the envelope. That's it. So there's that card, and it just opens like this. Now if you wanted, I should have let it dry. So let's let that dry. If you wanted, you could add another piece of white cardstock to the back and have extra writing room. So we're going to add this one here. Where's my vintage one? And Lori dear, by the way, this card will be coming to you in the mail. Let's see if you see this video before you get the card. It's going to go out in the mail tomorrow. Oh, no, it'll go out today. I'm going to go walk it down to the mailbox. So there you have it. My 2 semi-homemade cards, and I really want to thank you all for joining me, watching, and I hope you enjoyed what I showed you. Maybe some of you have something, you can try this little technique on making it semi-homemade. It's a quick, easy way to make a cute card. So thanks all again, and please come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everybody.